So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. Played back towards his own goal. Oh, good take in a good area. And a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Tries a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Robinson. And Ream. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Adams. Turns back here, probably the best option. Spread it left. It's an inviting looking ball, that. It's a throw-in. First quarter of an hour gone. So it is still 0-0. McKennie. Pulisic. This looks promising. That's a shade optimistic. Now that looks a decent ball. Ream gets over and intercepts. All the way back. Richards. Adams. That is good alertness. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Some good work on the right flank here. It's a pretty loose pass. Robinson. Adams. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Balogun. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now, can they get him away? He's being urged to shoot. He's having a pop! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Gets a good foot in there. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Sends it crossfield. Robinson. Ream. And it's Adams. That's really well cleared. Oh no, this does not look good. He's found a way through. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Richards. And it's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So we're off again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. And here's Pulisic. Now it's McKennie. He's picked his way through. Decent chance! Oh, good finish. It is the pick-me-up they all longed for. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
The United States have taken the lead.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
He's on it. Can he find the finish? It's fallen kindly here. It's a goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction...
We're looking at a different game now.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Well, nicely intercepted. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's hoisted clear. Pulisic wins the duel this time. Oh, that's fabulous. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And it's been taken short. Good ball, good take. And that is masterful defending. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Robinson. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's well spotted. Richards. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
That pass isn't the best. Goes to finish! He's got a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Pulisic. Can he get on the end of this? And he's certainly onside here. Cross to the back post. Bullish header! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Now this could be a chance. McKennie does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, there's a probing ball. Can he get it through? Now it's Pulisic. Great chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Pulisic deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Cambio.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's...
Pulisic! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Swung over. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Robinson. Richards.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And time is up. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time. So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Played out to the left flank. Risa. It's a pretty loose pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Kayembe. Masuaku. Twansebe. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Nicely spread. Plays the return pass.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these...
And the shot! And that would have been some goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Bragantino with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. He's in a great position. There's the shot! There it is! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Tuanzebe. Looking for the run. Not the most accurate pass. That pass isn't the best. Bragantino already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Steamy shot, surely! Lucao. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Shifted it to the flank. Shoots! Same again, same outcome.
Bragantino really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Bakambu. 30 minutes gone. And he's in on goal. Oh, important interception. Lucao. Now it's Bakambu. No, he's not getting his way this time. That's a good ball out wide. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. No way through. Masuaku.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Now it's Bakambu. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Oh, that's a key interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Can he get it through? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Tuanzebe. Lucao. And it's Wan-Bissaka.
2 minutos de acréscimo.
Kayembe. Risa. Great defending, strong and determined. Masuaku. Chance for a shot! Off the post! And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Bragantino just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Bragantino leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. So we're off again. Bragantino currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Nicely aimed pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Masuaku kept aware and it is reclaimed easily. Twansebe. Kayembe. Swung over. Oh, nice touch. Oh, he's having a go! Being still separated by the game's only goal. And they've switched it over to the other side. Can he latch on to this? Masuaku. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Great ball, and he's in here. Goes for a shot! And that's a tiny finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
And he was quick to react. Played out towards the right wing. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Played out wide. Quality ball. And he's had it nicked away. Nicely weighted ball, and he's straight offside. Mbemba. Into the last quarter of an hour. Ball is over the line. Wan-Bissaka. Tuanzebe. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Pressing high and with purpose. Oh, well measured. Tries a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. That is simply terrific, finished with beautiful deftness.
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Bragantino find a position of real strength now. And here's Bakambu. He's got away. Plenty to aim at here. Tries to get it clear. And he's lost his man here. Wan-Bissaka gets a cross in. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
And a
acréscimo.
chance! And somehow he's managed to miss it. Tuanzebe. 2 minutes to be added on. Kayembe. And that's that. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So that's it from us. Many thanks go to Jim Beglin, and goodbye from us. So hello and welcome to what has turned out to be a truly gorgeous afternoon. The sun beaming down on the stands and broad beaming smiles all around us. The mood has soared, and so indeed has the expectation of both teams. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. He's in a great position here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Good pressure, determined, intense. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Masuaku. Neither side especially adventurous early on. This looks shapes to shoot! They've scored! What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Aos 15 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 9.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Wissa. Bragantino very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Oh, that's a key interception. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Threads one in. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Bragantino with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short, and it's made its way to him. Great chance! Has another go! And that has been cleared. And the volley. And for sure, that was not one of his best.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Front-footed pressing going on here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's looking wide. Almost half an hour in now. Chance! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Bragantino are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Bragantino heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Oh, what a ball! Can he finish? And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Camisa 9.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And he was quick to react. This could be a chance. Has a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Masuaku. Kayembe. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Skims one in. Crossed in again. Impressive jump. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Bragantino looking like the only team in this. They lead by 3. So, into the second half. Not the most accurate pass. It's a really well-measured ball. Overhit and out of play. Masuaku. Shifted it to the flank. Bakambu. Risa. That has been slung wide. Masuaku picks it up out wide. And the shot! Oh, this looks sharp. Nice physical challenge. 3-0 the score, and very little to suggest that much is going to change. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Almost an hour gone.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 28.997 espectadores.
And it's Wan-Bissaka. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And he's forced to go back. Kayembe. He's shifting through the gears here. Out towards the flank. He's on it, can he get away? Tries a shot! Oh, that's fabulous! About as smooth as it gets. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Tries to pass it through. Just about up to 75 minutes. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Oh, no question, that's a foul. That has been cut short. Kayembe. The defender is not giving up on this. Short changes him with that pass. Kayembe. Wisa. It's run loose here. Looking for options for movement. There's the crossfield ball. He's picked his way through. Goes for a shot! And he hits the net! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing though, not quite able.
Democratic Republic of Congo still making a fight of this. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And we're done. Bragantino pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly.
So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. Chance! And there's an early warning shot across the bow. France with the corner, they're first. Olise plays it short. Olise, forced to go back. Doué. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's fabulous. Well timed, excellent interception. Gets a good foot in there. And he welcomes it in. Good read, needed to be. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Saudi Arabia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Rabiot. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
France are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. There they go, hunting in packs. No, that's been intercepted. Dembele. Throw in. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, super find.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Look at the space here. Olise. Great vision. Now it's Olise. Cracking ball. Tries a shot! Oh, cracking effort.
Mbappe certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
He's looking wide. Saliba. Front-footed pressing going on here. Oh, it's come loose. Chouameni. It's not an especially good pass, that. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Doué. It'll be a throw-in. Koundé. Hernandez. Doué. It's played through for him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's been won straight back. Opts for safety. And that brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
France are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Elise. And it's Dembele. Now this could be a chance. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Now it's Elise. Hernandez. Tries one from range. They want to be quick to... And it's come back out to him. Played up towards the front line.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And he's in on goal. And it's Dembele. Shot could be on. It's Dembele! Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Elise. Little pass back. No breakthrough, and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. It's gone for a throw-in. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game-changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Well, that looks a cracking ball. And it's Dembele. Dembele! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Elise. And he's being shifted off it. Mbappe! It's an inviting looking ball, that. Doué. That's a shade optimistic. There will be a throw-in. Now it's Mbappe. Not the most convincing of passes. Rabiot. Ball played for Dembele. Oh, good spread. Dembele. He's shifted. Can he finish? And there's a goal. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Dembele under intense pressure.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Now it's Olise. Traoré. Rabiot knocks it out wide. I think we're just about done here. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. Shoots! And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So a bit of a revolving door here, lots and lots of changes. So time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Dembele, this looks promising. And here's the chance to counter. And that has left him in a heap. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And that's that. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Dembele taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face